Good morning and welcome to Talk It Up, where we talk about great reads in our lives. Today, we'll be talking about the book The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. But first, a little circus fun. Joining me today is Karen, a colleague of mine. Karen, I would love to hear your take on the storyline of The Night Circus.
Good morning, Joann. I really was impressed by Erin Morgenstern's use of vivid imagery throughout the book. From the first page to the last page, you as the reader are really drawn into the circus.
Really? How so?
Well, as you are reading the book, you are just imagining the circus, how it looks, the black and whiteness of it all. It's all done in black and white with just a little bit of red thrown in. The caramel apples and how they smell. The anticipation of standing in line and waiting for the circus doors to open. By the way, the circus doors do not open until dusk. And there is no schedule. The circus just goes around, it shows up wherever and whenever it wants to, but yet it has thousands of loyal followers.
Really? So this circus opens at dusk and closes at dawn?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Wow, that really sounds intriguing. So let me recap this here. So the circus is predominantly black and white, and it opens at dusk and closes at dawn?
Yes, and it gets even better.
I really can't even imagine. I can hardly wait to hear about it, but first, let's take a little juggling break. Thank you, Lori. Okay, Karen, you were going to tell me that it gets better? I can't even imagine. Please share.
Well, you see, there's these two young magicians, and actually they were chosen in childhood by two very great magicians. Celia is Prospero, the magician's daughter, and he chooses her. And Mr. A.H. is a character in the book. He is a great magician also, and he chooses an orphan boy named Marco. And they train them throughout their childhood, and pretty soon Celia and Marco come to work in the night circus. Marco orchestrates all of the acts, and Celia is an illusionist. And before you know it, they are kind of orchestrating and changing the circus through the use of their magical powers to try and outdo each other.
Really? So do they know that they're competing against each other? And is there some kind of prize? And what's the prize?
Well, they eventually find out that they're competing against each other, but that's not till after they fall in love with each other. Let's just say that. And I really don't want to share what the prize is because I think you need to read this for yourself. And it just gets a little bit too complicated.
You're right. We don't want to ruin any of this for our readers. So let's just move on to some of the other characters.
Okay, there's a boy named Bailey, and he is just a typical case of, when you were a kid, you wanted to run away and join the circus. Well, that's Bailey. He meets these twin performers, and they want him to come and join them. And he's a little leery because he does not possess magical powers, and he's not an acrobat, and he just doesn't have what it takes to be in the circus, but he really wants to be there. Oh, there's some really strange wizard-like characters in the story, and they kind of have a little bit of a hand, and they can see what's going on in this game between Marco and Celia.
Okay, so you're saying it's a game. Is there a game board per se?
Why, I thought you would never ask. Yes, the night circus, the venue of the night circus is actually the game board, and the performers in the night circus are kind of like chess pieces, if you will.
Fascinating. I can hardly wait to read this book.
Joann, this is such a good book. You and all of our readers out there are really going to enjoy it. jump into a great book. Read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And remember, if you read a good book, talk it up.